In today's video tutorial, we're going to discuss the file vault and site file space. We're also going to talk a little bit about file management and how to access images from different locations, including the Edit Site Pages area as well as the Gallery Creator. So first off, we're going to go ahead and start by going to the Edit Site Pages area, and then I'm going to come down to Edit Page for Homepage. And then you're going to come down here and you're going to locate your editor window. And right near every editor window that we have in the system, we do have a spot that discusses your file vault space. In my case here, I'm using a test site that is relatively new. And so in this case, I've got currently, it says I'm storing 5.86 megabytes of a total available of 200 megabytes capacity. And that represents only 2.93% of the total capacity. Most sites are going to include 200 megabytes of file vault space by default. That's going to include our free with ads sites and our premium sites. And we do have other types of subscriptions as well that have much higher file vault capacity, including our platinum level. Many sites are able to run for a number of years without having to worry about their file vault space. However, there may be times where you are running close to filling up your file vault space and may need to manage your storage in order to open up some additional space. At that time, you have options. You can either upgrade to a platinum package to have more space added, or you can actually go in and do some file vault management and remove some images and other files that are in the system in order to free up that space. It is important to note that going in and removing images from the site is going to remove some file vault space, but it's actually going to impact it much less than if you are adding other files to the system. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, for example, if I have created a link and I come in here to the area where I'm able to upload non-image assets. So for example, PDF files. I don't believe I have any in here. Let me just check. Let's see if I go into the file vault. Let's see if I've got files. I do have a couple of files in here. These ones happen to be smaller PDFs though. They're only 700 or 307 KB. But there are, most of the time when people upload PDFs to the system, they're going to be a much larger file. And so it would be a good idea to go in and clean out some of those unused files to free up space. So let me close this, go back. So in terms of adding your files to the system, so like for example, if I'm going to come up in here and I'm going to go to the images, and I'm just going to add one image for the moment. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to click upload. And that added the image for me right here. So now I can actually go into the file vault if I want to and kind of take a look at how large that image is. So I'm going to just go in, go down one level, and I'm going to click on this image again, but this time I'm going to click on file vault, and let me see if I can find that particular image. Looks like this one right here. You'll notice that it was only 341K. So that was a very, very small image overall. So I'm going to close this. Point being is that if I actually wanted to go in and clean up the file vault a little bit, I could simply go to the images button and open up the file vault. And I can remove an image from this location. So when I come in here, I can go to delete. Okay. And it's gone. Now, that would have cleaned up a very small amount in this case. It was only 341K, but it is gone at this point. And so I can evaluate what other images that I have in the file vault at the time and decide if I need to keep them or not. And by removing them from the file vault, it will actually slowly open up some space. It is also important to note that when you remove a file from the file vault, it is going to remove it from the page. So if you noticed here, I just went in and I refreshed the page there, and that image disappeared from the page. So if these are images that you are using on the website, they may actually show up as being broken images if you don't remove them from the page. Okay, so there are multiple ways to get to the different file vault locations, and so I'm going to run through those different areas right now. The first one, as we mentioned earlier, was when you go to the Edit Site Pages area and you click on your Edit Site Pages or Edit Page, and you scroll down to your editor window, you can get to it by clicking on the images or the image properties. It's the Insert Image button, and that will allow you to enter the file vault. The second location, let me close this. The second location to get to a file vault is going to be to go to your link button. And this one will actually get you into the file vault as well. And the third way to access the images that were uploaded through the gallery creator would be to go to the images button and click on the button here that says gallery photos. And I just need to bring this down so you can see it, and then you would just simply drill down into these links and locate the images that you have in the system. But if I want to remove that from the system, then what I could do is go to the gallery creator itself. Let's save this real quick. I'm going to hit Save Changes. I'm going to go to the gallery creator itself. Go to that photo, and I'm going to delete that photo. And that you'll see that that's gone. It is important to realize once again that if you remove an image from the system, if it was showing up on a page, you are going to want to make sure that you are only really removing files that you were not using previously. Because they may show up on pages if they were currently in use as being a broken image. Now, once again, I kind of alluded to it earlier, the biggest wins in terms of cleaning up your file vault space really is going to come in terms of removal of your non-image assets, your PDF type files, or any other documents that you may want to clear from the system. As those ones tend to be the larger assets that you have in the file vault that can clear up your file vault space. Okay, so that was just a brief overview of our file vault and some file space management. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you.